Hello, New Year. Hello, 2025. I decided to go on a road trip. Because I am a convicted felon, I actually can't leave the state. So, how best is it to go on a cyber road trip? So, I'm going to be on this road trip where uh, the idea is called Road to 1K.
Okay, today is January 1st, 8 p.m. 2025. It's a Wednesday. I'm currently in a trade. The premise of this trade is that I have added onto a winner. Okay, I added to a winner as opposed to adding to a loser. So the idea that I have is that when I'm looking at here, this is EG, this is UJ. UJ is declining, and in a certain way, UJ and EU are inversely correlated. So I thought to myself, look, I just got in with a small amount of lot, a zero point 0.1 lot. I noticed that the gain here exceeded $4 and some $4. And what I've noticed about that is that if so basically when I look at this trade and I'm thinking to myself, if it moved from here to here and that's $4, it means that if I have one lot, which is 10 times that, that would have been about $46. So I noticed that the trend is still going up. It means that I am able to take advantage of this if this thing keeps going up. So I looked around and I'm attempting to understand whether there's any resistances anywhere. And so I noticed that maybe there's a resistance here and possibly some resistance here. So by the time this thing moves up over here, I would be ahead and I should be able to make some other decisions if the trade keeps going up and going in my direction. And that's the premise behind entering into this trade. So as long as the trade moves in my direction, right here, it's difficult to get into a pullback, but it seems like it's moving in my direction. So that's why I'm in this trade. Looking to road to payout. I should call that a road to payout. This will be the first day of the road to payout. Okay, so I'm focused on one lot, which is one account, which is 51,482. I've lost perhaps about maybe 100, more than 100, maybe 100 funding traders accounts, prop firm challenges. And this is the one that has lasted about a week and a half. And I'm going to see if I can take this and move forward with it. There seems to be a little bit of rounding top here. It's not making as the stride it used to have. We'll see if I can make some based on what I'm seeing now, that if it goes up to here, that should be about maybe a $100 gain if it keeps moving in the direction that I'm thinking. I'm hesitant in adding more lots because when it moves against me at this stage, that would erode the gains that I have. $100 would be 1%. And if I can make 1% per day, that'd be great. Because what I'm looking at is essentially, if I make 1% on a 10K consistently, proven consistently with sound practices, then I should be able to mimic that same thing in the 100K. And then when I mimic that on 100K, I can move into the 200K and mimic the same thing on the 200K. And that allows, if I can make about $1,000 a day on a consistent basis with the tactics that I have, then I should be able to make $2,000 a day with a 40K account, 200K account. The 200K account with $2,000, that's, I mean, it's so promising. It's so, I mean, it will be, it will be a very good thing, but it's still, it's, it's slow to moving. It's, the market opened about 4 hours, for about 4 hours. I noticed that it bounced off this bottom here and it's moving up. And so I'm just trading the continuation trade right now. I'm just doing the continuation trade. So I would say if I were to say what kind of a setup this is essentially this is just a so this would be what would I call this? What kind of setup would I call? I would call this a whoa ho ho. That's nice. What would I call it? Wow. So that's about what was it about? Oh. So what would I call this trade? Okay, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the profit right here. So what would I call this trade? I wanna categorize these. I heard that see all these professionals talk about reviews, and reviews are incredibly important. That's how I was able to figure out that I don't know. I think I have to say that the reason that I am currently unemployed as an engineer is because I was truly incompetent. I was, and so that's why. That's the only reason. There's no other reason. I wasn't applying amount of resources that were required. That's the distinction uh, between these successful engineers and myself, and that's why I'm in this current situation. I own up to all the things that had occurred to me. I should have been more astute. I should have paid attention to more things in life, and that's why I'm in this situation. There's there's no one else that I blame. It's just me. I did it. I'm in this situation, and it is my prerogative to get me out of this situation. So I made that trade. So I'm now looking at this other. Let's see how that works. So essentially, what I'm doing is I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied that I was able to make. I'm satisfied that I was able to make 21 bucks on that trade. Okay, I'm satisfied. See, now it's declining. Okay, so I'm gonna get out of this trade. Okay, so it can happen like that. It can drop. So even though the trade looks good, and I'm trading this based on my thesis stating that, okay, it's going up. I haven't seen any areas where the resistance is. There could be something else that's impacting the trade, and so I got out of that trade. So even if I say to myself, oh, look, I got out too early, okay, then I'm just saying to myself, look, the end result justifies the means, okay? So that's the way it is. And I traded initially with a small size. Now I'm up a little bit, and I just need $844 more to go, and I will pass this challenge. The goal for this year, okay, so this is called the road to, what should I call it? Road to a payout. So I'll call it a road to payout, okay? I'm gonna call it, so I've seen all these professional poker players, they have this road to a million. So for me, uh, now my trading buddy, he's doing really well, but for me, I'm not doing very well because I have been addicted to gambling for the past 4 years since I've started trading. I have been addicted to day trading. I know that. I see it. I was addicted. I was completely addicted. And when I was working, like, thank God that I have this dishwashing job. But when I was working 6 days a week, washing dishes, it just split my consciousness so that that I needed to be a whole person in order to recognize who I am currently, an addict of of the market. And so now somehow God had informed me that I am an addict of the market. It's like people who I suppose who are uh, I suppose that's more, I don't know if that's more serious or not, but people who are alcoholics, right? They're addicted to alcohol. So when they're sober, they're saying to themselves, okay, I've been sober for 20 years, or I've been sober for 10 years. So you really never stop being something that you have been, I suppose. And so each day, each day is a challenge to maintain my sobriety as recovering uh, a recovering gambling addict in day trading. So I've seen this YouTube video of this guy named Rampage, and he's on Rampage Poker. So apparently he's on this $1 million road. He wants to make $1 million. It's called Road to a Million. That's what he said. But for me, I suppose I could say a road to 1,000. I think that's the more safer thing to do. Road to 1,000. Okay, making 1,000, which is essentially 10% of the 10K that I have. Okay, I have other accounts that I bought during the downtime of funding traders when uh, uh, my dashboard number did not match with this MT5 number. So I had to wait a couple of days. So in the meantime, I thought it was going to take him a long time to do. And so, see how it's dropping like that? It's a good thing I sold. Look at that, it dropped. It would have eroded all the gains that I had. Anyway, so I bought a funding a pips a 10K, and I also bought a Maven Trading 10K. I'm holding off on trading that more, but I'll keep it within the rules and trade a little bit to keep up to date with the rule. If it's inactive for about 30 days, I think they like fail it or something like that. That's one of the rules that they have. So for this, I'm on a funding traders 10K. So I would say I'm gonna do road to 1,000. I think that that would be a safe. So I would. So should I call it road to? So I'll call it road to 1,000. Road to payout. Uh, so what I will do. So I think what's going to happen is this. There's going to be three stages. It's going to be a road to 1,000, road to 500, and then road to a payout. So there will be three roads that I will take. Now that I'm on the, now that I've fully entered into the crossroad of and off of that addiction avenue or addiction or whatever it is, addiction avenue. Now I'm into the support. I'm in the support avenue or a support street or whatever, support way or whatever it is. So now that I'm on the support way, I have to head somewhere. So where is the nearest town? Okay. So this reminds me of the Dumb and Dumber, where at the end of the movie, this bus, they're walking on a highway, and this bus loaded with apparently they're bikini models, and the three ladies step out on the doorway and ask these two, hey, could you they apparently need somebody to put on some suntan lotion, right? And so they need two people to do two people to do it. And these two are scratching their head. They go, "Oh, you can find them. You can find them on that street, right?" And then so the bus goes, and then the and then Jim Carrey runs over, stops the bus, and says, "Oh, my partner is incorrect. You have to go that way." Anyway, so that's the idea, okay? So now I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. So there will be three roads. The idea is for this year. For this year, uh, I mean, I got another 6 years to go before I'm totally free. But I felt like I was free a few days ago. It's like I was free, finally free. But I still have about 6 years before I can break these chains of bondage and and truly be free, and I'll regain my Fourth Amendment. Um, right now, whatever I say, whatever I do, uh, there's surveillance around me. I know that, and whatever I have on my this computer, law enforcement can look at it and do whatever they want with it, free and clear. They can do that. Okay, that's the that's the price of the price of not having the Fourth Amendment rights. Okay. Anyway, so the idea is I'm gonna go on a road trip. I'm gonna go on a road trip. I can't go on a road trip outside of Idaho. In Idaho, I can roam around anywhere in Idaho legally without any permission. But if I were to leave the state of Idaho, then I have to have permission to leave the state of Idaho. If I want to have a buffet in Las Vegas, I cannot just leave without permission. There has to be a request to have the permission to move out of to travel out of this state, and I am barred from moving or going to another country for sure. Okay, until this probation is over. Okay, so that's the that's the way things are. Okay, now that's the price of freedom that I will have, having not to deal with those devilish siblings. Okay, I will never have to deal with those siblings ever again. But I have to spend I had to spend 10 years in this probation in order to extricate myself from those evil siblings. It's like Cinderella, right? Evil, evil. Those are evil siblings. Anyway, so now here I am on this road, and I have to get on this. So now all I have to do is 840 $43.02. That's all I need to do. If I can maintain this, like that's only one trade, okay? That's one trade within a matter of what is that, like 20 minutes. So I made approximately about 25 quarter of a percent in about 25 minutes. So if I can make those right trades like that, just like that, not being too greedy. If I was greedy, I would have just waited until it dropped here and then I had to sell here, right? That's not. So this is okay. This is road to 1K. Okay, road to 1K. There will be more roads. Later on, I'm gonna have road to 10K. Later on, I'm gonna have road to 50K. Then I'm gonna have road to 100K. Then I'll have road to 500,000. And then I'm gonna have road to 1 million. And then I'm gonna have a road to 100 million. And then I'm gonna have a road to 1 billion. But everything starts at the beginning. It's called road to 1K. Okay? 1K. Okay.